Okay. We got really lucky. We didn't lose a whole lot of progress because of it auto-saving at port. This does mean we're missing some of those battles, some of the things we found. We're just gonna take the L and move on. All right, so here's the Weft of Unraveling Time. Let's go ahead and do this event again. All right, remain in the Weft. Ooh. 85% chance of success. Hell yes. Failure? Are you kidding me? Um, 100% chance of success. All right. Right. On the plus side, we can kind of beeline straight for Avid Horizon since we know for sure it's up here. I was about to be so fucking salty. Oh, thank dog for losing a chunk of terror when finding a new port, because we needed it. The very edge of the high wilderness, the border between now and then, here and there, the skies and earth. A few lonely buildings of the port face the great gate of the Avid Horizon. Bordered by two vast winged statues, the gate towers over the shrouded sea that divides the port and the gate. The other side of the gates opens far beneath the earth, on the bleak shore of a subterranean sea. London rested there for a while Her Majesty was indisposed with grief. A handful of years ago, though, she led an exodus of Londoners through the Avid Horizon and into the sky. You were among them. Do you remember how you came to this place? Led London for a freer horizon. When London was underground in the dark, your beliefs were permissible. But when Her renewed Majesty turned her attention to the stars, tyranny grew. It's only a matter of time before the newly invigorated Ministry of Public Decency caught you. But then, as they closed in, you received a Christmas card. An invitation to Winter's Reside in Eleutheria, where revolution has found a home. You stole onto a steamer making its way north. You survived on the condensation until you reached the gate. Its statues loomed like giants. The door was open, and the space within was filled with suns and stars and light. All right, let's get our port report. Inquire about the sea. How can there be a sea in the sky? A satisfactory scientific answer has yet to be presented. Theories have sprouted like mushrooms in its place. Some say that when the gate was open, the Untersee spilled through, filling the sky like a leaky tap fills a sink, until Her Majesty's government was able to plug it. Others believe the sea to be variously the effluvia of the murdered sun, amniotic fluid to support the germination of a new sun, the vault of the Royal Society, an industrial accident covered up by one of the work worlds, the tears of Her renewed Majesty for her dead prince. To reach the sea now, one must travel to the stair to the sea, and along the ice shelf from the home office. Let's go ahead and drop off the approved literature. Ooh, full repair. That's okay. It's an okay Benny. Finally converting our goods into money. Ooh, we can get a bargain of packed munitions. We can get some supplies. And let's get some caddies of dried tea just to have. Actually, now that we have a caddy of dried tea, we can get to know the fortunate navigator. He clears his desk for the tea set by sweeping papers to the floor. I'll tidy up afterwards. The condition of his cabin casts doubt on that. I grew up as a servant of the Eagle Khan's ambassador to London. His son, Alton, befriended me. We climbed out the attic window to race urchins together. A wistful note enters his voice. Never won. Navigator trickles a spoonful of sugar into his cup. Then another. Did we stop at London? He stirs and stirs the tea. Alton died and couldn't even be at the funeral. Wanted to say goodbye, but I'll need to speak with his parents first. All right. See, I figured it would consume the caddy of tea, so that's why I wanted to visit him. Have 2 in the back pocket. All right, so next time we go back to London. Good. Let's present ourselves to the Home Office. The acting senior probitter is responsible for monitoring all those trapped at the Home Office. The detainees forbidden entry to Albion with no way back through the gate. He sits behind a little desk in the echoing hallway of the manor. He keeps 3 things on his desk. A wind-up clock and 2 battered mugs. He surveys you coolly. You're welcome to take a look around, though we have precious little in the way of diversions. You've been out to the flotilla. Was to ask you not to pay too much attention to the cultists. And if you have not, I'd recommend staying away. There are good reasons they were never allowed into Albion. I wonder if those cultists were factions in Sunless Sea. Because that game, that one has been so long ago, I remember like nothing about it. The only thing I vaguely remember was that like the game loop is not as good as Sunless Skies. It's a little bit more slow and plodding. Things are a little bit more spread out, so it can just take a long time to get to various places. Watch the Quiet Sea. Sure, we'll watch the Quiet Sea. Peering into the wisps of white mist that dance across the shrouded sea, you can make out a few boats drifting towards the gate. Its statues are hidden, aside from a few pinpricks of light dancing near their crowns. Below the office, the shoreline is clogged with rotten flowers and ruined offerings from the cultists that live on the sea. Perhaps they were rejected. Perhaps they were never received. Nice. Oh, I could only do one of those 2. I see. Well, what happens if we take tea? Steeped and stewed, the tea has lingered in the Home Office for a very long time. An elderly detainee leans in conspiratorially. Much better than a few years back. It's improved with age. Matured. The detainee is quickly shuffled away so that you can enjoy your tea in peace. Interesting. All right. I think we are done here. We still need to find the floating parliament. But we can make our way back to London. Not a moment too soon, because our fuel is getting precarious. We cannot purchase any fuel while here. Ooh. what did I get? Unidentifiable squirming. For reasons best known to yourself, you have plucked this from the sea at Worldly Juxtamare. This thing is nimble and it will try to escape. Dispose of it swiftly at the lighthouse near Worldly Juxtamare. Interesting. I don't want to jettison anything, but we'll just get rid of that. Oh, we could have it. We could have a cage specimen. I see. Noted. That would be useful. We do need to get some cage specimens. All right, so down is not a good way, hopefully. It's not looking very good because when that fuel runs out, oh, there it is, scorn flute. I don't have time to fight. Ah, there was something I could have grabbed over there. Actually, no, I don't have my miner, so good thing I didn't get distracted. Ooh, trade a sky story for a vision of the heavens. We have plenty of sky stories. Always nice to have more visions of the heavens. All right, I think we're gonna make it. I think we're fine. Hey, uniquely. Welcome on by. Actually, I can just autopilot. If y'all are arriving and somehow not already following uniquely, I made that easy for you. You can just click one button, one simple button, and then you can drop on by whenever they go live again, creating amazing stuff. Batty Bays are on their way. Hey, that just rolls off the tongue. Very nice. What were y'all up to? Doing some amazing art. Makes sense, makes sense. I hope you have had a fantastic evening. If y'all don't know me, I'm Dreki Ormer, the Draconic Serpent, the Flightless Dragon, or simply a worm. And we are playing Sunless Skies. It's a very eerie, a very spooky little game that I enjoy quite a lot. Ooh, a glorious dreadnought. I want to kill it, but I'm almost out of fuel, and that thing will muck me up really badly, I bet. Pretty good time trying. Nice, nice. Well, I don't know how long you were streaming, but it is hard work. This is your opportunity to kick back, relax, wiggle it out, leave a piss, take a water. Probably grab your water from someplace different than where you pissed, but I'm not your keeper. You do you. We're in, so we are driving a train in space, in the air of space, you know, because that's how space is, really, you know. I might run out of fuel before I can dock. Literally ran out of fuel. All right, I don't want to waste a searing enigma. Let's signal for help. All right, that didn't do anything. A hostile engine interrupted your signal. I see. Oh, great. So I might die. Great. Well, I have fucked up. Gonna get up and move. Hope you enjoy the rest of your stream. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping on by. We'll see how much I'll enjoy things if I live or die. All right. Success. We lost 2 crew. That is unfortunate. Especially because we were literally like just we could have drifted to it, dang it. That is a bugger. So I think if I get this and then abandon, does it refresh? Maybe if I get both and then abandon. Maybe I need to undock, dock. No, it's the same too. Okay, what if I grab both of them? Undock. Then we abandon them. I don't know where to get either of those 2 things. Nope, still crockery. Oh, literature. Ooh, literature to the Clockwork Sun. We can do that. Oh, that's the mausoleum. Ooh, okay, so we can get crockery at the floating parliament. We still need to find that. All right, so that's actually a good one. Okay, so... Oh, I actually have the crockery on me. Where's the crockery going? Mausoleum. I don't want to go that way. I need to go east. Actually, for both of these, because I want to go east this round. So let's do a bit of swappage. Let's take out our fuel guzzler. You can't remove your engine. You can, however, replace it. I see. All right, so we'll store that. Because that one was burning 30% more fuel for only a 10% speed up. I think that maybe isn't worth it and might have been messing up our situation. We're very close to 7 crew. Which is not good, because once you drop below 50% crew, you start running a risk of bad events. I really need these dang fitted cupboards so we have more hull. We can't fit it. Okay, so we need fuel, definitely. Supplies. I want to leave some space for finding random items. And then let's go ahead and hire some crew. Wrong button. Let's get 2 to 3. I don't want a lot of people. The more crew you have, the faster your suppliers get eaten up. All right, and then the Fortunate Navigator did have a place to visit. The house is small, but is an expensive location. It's well kept. The windows are clean, the steps are freshly swept. Asphodel is flourishing in an urn by the steps. Feels like home. Navigator gazes at the front door. Feels strange to know that I'm just visiting. The grieving matriarch herself opens the door. She sees the navigator and yelps. She laughs, disintegrates into tears. The navigator enfolds the woman into a hug. The matriarch glares up at the navigator fondly. I've been so worried. The moment I knew you'd signed up. It's so dangerous out there. What if something had happened to you too? She hustles the pair of you into the drawing room. My husband's at work. He'll be disappointed to have missed you. The grieving matriarch is determined you'll join her for tea. She even refuses to let the servants assist. She is rushing towards the kitchen when the navigator intervenes. We can't stay long. I mustn't impose on the captain. I promise I'll come back soon. He draws the matriarch close and lowers his voice. I came to ask, may I borrow the key? I haven't been able to pay my respects. The grieving matriarch looks mortified. Oh, for the old lady, I mean, we took him all the way here. We should, we deserve to do a little bit of eavesdropping. The woman takes an iron key from a side table. Please keep it. I'm not going in again. Will the captain take you to the Empyrean? She searches the navigator's face. You look tired. Are you working too hard? I'm fine. I'm the first navigator. I'm doing well. You're all skin and bone. Is that captain feeding you? Matriarch turns angrily towards you. Please. Please. Don't. The navigator's voice is barely audible. When Alten, I asked them to contact you. I asked. The matriarch rushes from the room. She returns more composed and carrying a well-read book. You should have this. She refuses to let the navigator leave till he's promised to write and to visit again soon. Ooh, we got a little bit of salon stew to get us with that one. I see. So we need to go to the Eagle's Empyrean. We have not found that place. Let's drop the signalman off just to see what happens. I'm gonna set up shop in London. Offer my services to this generation's builders and industrialists. He sighs. Suppose they're making a dreadful bunch. Someone has to stop them from making the mistakes we did. He heads off into the smog and does not look back. Curry favor with the industrialists, because I could use a cryptic benefactor to spend. And now we need to talk to the Fortunate Navigator. Ooh, we need a savage... 2 savage secrets? Well, that's expensive. The Navigator joins you in his cabin. Finally, the words tumble out. I thought I was all right. I just got on with my work and I was doing well. He reaches beneath his bunk to pull out the book the matriarch gave him. Alton read this all the time. He'd act it out, do the voices. The epic of King Caesar. So this game does a lot of silliness sometimes with language. So like the previous game, Sunless Sea was in the under Z with like a Z-E-E. It's just quirky. Alton knew the true me. He shared his clothes, helped me bind my chest the first time. Got me into my first fist fight. Navigator sits up proudly. He was my best friend. When we were children, I made a promise to him. Navigator stares blindly at the book. So I don't know if this means the Navigator is... Navigator might be trans? Neat. The Navigator... Oh, what was the promise? When we were grown up, we would go exploring together. We'd go on great quests, do mighty things. Navigator takes several breaths before continuing. We'd be heroes. People would write stories about us. I'm exploring the skies and... Navigator turns his face away. Didn't even get to leave home. He wipes his eyes on his sleeve and stands, resolute. I'm not going to break my promise. I'll give him adventures worthy of King Gazer. Please, Captain. I want to go to Ingalls Empyrean. I'm breaking him out of his tomb. But I'll need your help. You'll need a visa to come with me. The London embassy there will give you one. He frowns. If you've not been to Eleutheria, the relay is near Hybris in the Reach. Ooh. Interesting. I guess I need to explore around Hybris more. Doing a bit of grave robbing. Nice, nice. All right. So we need to turn in our port reports before I forget. That's chump change, but we need it. Is it explore London? No. Is it the Silken Salon? No. Where the is it? Where do I turn in my port reports? It's been so long. Port report? Port report? I know they're tracked somewhere. Oh, I need to visit the Clockwork Sun. Noted. So that's also Eleutheria. I am feeling like a potato. Export, circus. Was it at the Writ and Vinegar Lumber Co? No. Let me double check London. Ah, Phantom. It seems I am now visiting your realm. It's very transparent around these parts. Welcome on by. I hope you're having a good evening. I am busy getting turned around and misremembering. Maybe it is the Ministry? Because there's always two factions you can turn your port reports in. And as a revolutionary, I don't want to give it to the Ministry of Public Decency. Howdy lovelies, enjoying some sunless skies tonight? This, you know, I feel like it's a bit of false advertising. There's been a lot of sun in this sky. Kind of bullshit. We did have a crash, but thankfully it happened really close to an autosave, so we haven't lost progress, but it was very panic-inducing. All right, so we want to go to the horological office to turn in our observation. Okay, we got 200 sovereigns. Oops. All right, well, we're gonna lose 50 money because I dropped the ball there. All right, so as long as they don't break, we can get ourselves a couple hundred sovereigns every now and then. We need to speak with him. All right, we've already spoken with him. Let's check the ministry. So not public decency. What about the Office of Works? Offer our services? 2 rolls of thirsty bombazine and 2 uncanny specimens. I see. Ah, yes. Work order 777-G. All right, so this isn't the place. So maybe it is at the Wit Vinegar Lumber Company. Maybe. We need to head south. Yeah, use the maze. The bit of a waste of time in poor navigation, but it will pay off when it comes to doing things, because port reports are like 100 sovereigns each, and in this game you kind of need to be trying to do a bunch of different things with each trip. Otherwise you will quickly see your money evaporating as you keep having to buy fuel and supplies. Thankfully, we had a nice nest egg when we came to Albion. So even though we've had to do a lot of, like, exploratory ranging to find all these various ports, we haven't ended up in a death spiral. But it's been a little touch and go there, methinks. I swear I visited... I am just... What am I missing? What am I missing? Am I not here, right? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Oh well. Was it at Brabazon? Maybe? Hate this. I hate when I forget something. You know what? I'm gonna double check. Google will have the answer, and it's bugging me. Stalwart bookkeeper. Stalwart bookkeeper. Stalwart bookkeeper. Did I see them in London proper? London sure is busy. Stalwart bookkeeper. Not there. Not there. It's at the shipyards, man. Fine. All right, we've solved that mystery. While we're here, let's go ahead and get some more fuel and supplies because I spun my wheels on that. All right. So we want to look over here for the floating parliament. We also want to hit the Brabazon work world, get a port report, maybe say hi and vibe a bit with the workers down there. Damn, those are some golden trains. Ooh, I want to destroy one. For the revolution. Let's go northwise around it. This is a bigger chunk than I thought it was. The Calia Galois. Interesting. Ooh. Look at all those machinery in the background. Interesting. No, we'll keep heading east. We'll go far. Ooh, some free munitions. We will take free resources. We just need to start converting some of these resources back into money. Been filling the bank up with all sorts of random knickknacks. Ooh. Oh, I've already seen that. I need to cut down. Gotta go down, down, down. Drive! Let's avoid the spooky thing for now. That is my vote. All right, some terror management. Our respects. Press F. Crewman explains the concept of democracy to the devil. Laughter ensues. Ooh. Looks like we have found something. The floating parliament. There we go. A black market bustles beneath the decrepit spires of Parliament. Ooh. Between apathy and careful diplomatic relations with the First Secretary, the Whitehall Market is left undisturbed. It meets irregularly, and only on days when the bell can be heard from St. Stephen's. The gentlemen are here today. Their eyes are watchful. Fail to trade. A match is struck to better count your coin. The dealer haunches over his lantern, almost setting his mottled beard ablaze. Dust and motes of skin float above battered light. At last he nods, pocketing your coin. He heads away into the ruins, whistling a cheery tune. Some hours later, it is clear he is not coming back. Cool, just lose 250 money. Fuck you, dude. Fuck yeah. Anyway. We'll gain our money back. Ooh, oh, we got a moment of inspiration. Those are very difficult to get and are very useful when you need one. I guess we'll grab some indistinguished souls while they're on bargain. I could use a bit of supplies. Stop at the Palace of the High Minister. Compile a port report. While the palace is off limits to most, there are always ministers and civil servants whose busy schedules allow a moment for a free drink. You ask the obvious question. What is the point of Parliament when Her renewed Majesty never gives her assent to any of its proposed laws? They bristle. Tyrants fall. Democracy endures. Observe the people's perpetual protest. Parliament has little power, but at least there's a chance it might listen. That is more than the protesters can expect at the throne of ours. The protesters raise their voices with a spirit of camaraderie and a united belief that words can still make the world a better place, with neither anger in their words nor violence in their demands. At 3 on the dot, the huge portcullis opens and the protesters are served tea, scones, and little cucumber sandwiches cut into triangles. A little recognition of the protesters' ongoing service to the most vital part of British democracy. Yeah, let's A bunch of fancy people, quote unquote, protesting. Let's see the welcoming party. The smiling man wearing the yellow rosette cuts in first. Captain, join our campaign to celebrate Albion and restore old-school patriotism to the land by officially renaming Wednesday as Victoria's Day. Praise Her renewed Majesty for all she has. The smiling woman wearing the green rosette effortlessly cuts in. For killing democracy? For our subjugation? No, Captain. We must make a stand for freedom. We must show that Empress that we will not just sit idle. Join us as we triumphantly rename her precious Victoria sponge to the People's Cake. They look at you with a hungry expectancy. I see. What a ridiculous waste of time. Keep walking. You're advancing your parliamentary career. No! I will not have a career in Parliament. Originally named for Cromwell, someone clearly holds a grudge. Let's explore the Trader's Green. The replanted gardens are a pleasant place to enjoy a walk, though the buildings are out of bounds to casual visitors. The Empress's Gate is particularly fortified by a heavy chain and a padlock too rusted to ever be unlocked. A few protesters are taking a break to picnic on the lawn, away from the guards. Braver, or more foolhardy ones, sit on the aisle's edge, swinging their legs over the sky as they eat their sandwiches. It's near them that you spot the fellow in the suit, swaying uncertainly. His footsteps have taken him precariously close to the edge. Nobody seems to have noticed. Let's run over and help. He sees you coming. Startled, he steps back and with a drunken cry is gone, over the edge, and soon but a little dot in the swirling clouds of the wilderness. A small army of civil servants soon swarms from the nearest gate, staring over the edge, agreeing what appalling timing and manners that fellow had, and already arguing over whether the most appropriate memorial would be a bronze plaque on a bench or a new ficus somewhere within the parliamentary halls. A tap on your shoulder distracts you. A tall clerk, flanked by 2 clay men. Excuse us. He glances at you up and down. Yes, very suitable. A moment of your time? Uh-oh. Am I about to be elected? He sits at a huge mahogany desk in a prestigious Downing corridor. Your conversation doesn't distract him from writing notes in the margins of endless pieces of paperwork. He pauses his scribbling only to sip from a large cup of stone-cold tea, or to scratch his head with the pen's long silver nib. Tea. Captain, take a moment. Do take a seat. Tea? Yes. We'll call for some tea. The loss of our dear minister for... checks the file. Purduance, yes. It's a tragedy, but we must move on. You seem to have the sort I'm looking for. Lucid. Breathing. Have you considered a career in politics? He holds up a hand. No, I do not care about history or affiliations. A bum in the chair will suffice. The Department of Albion Affairs would be a suitable starting point. If you are interested, I will set the wheels in motion. I see. Visit the former minister's port if you wish to stand for election. Where is their port? Visit the former minister's port if you wish to stand for election. Purduance, right. Okay, well, we need to find Purduance anyway. All right. So we found the floating parliament. Good shit. So now we need to hit Brabazon. Then we'll go back to London. We'll pick up the crockery. And we will head to Clockwork Sun and the Mausoleum. That should finish off a couple of those things. Once we've done those, we'll have a good bit of money. We'll see what prospects come up. But after that, I think I'm going to want to search... Purduance is maybe up here. I feel like there's going to be a couple more ports up here we can find. And whenever we go to Clockwork Sun, I want to head east because we have this huge swath that's unexplored as well. Hey, Leone. I see you peeking in there. Welcome on by. How you doing? If y'all don't know Leone, you should fix that and check them on out. I fixed it. Yes, this time it finally frickin' worked instead of for some reason shouting out glottal instead. The thunder of industry has fallen silent here. Not all London's endeavors succeed. Oh, is that a marauder? Yeah, time for some combat. Flanking maneuver. All right, let's drive in close. Yeah, get rectoronied, pepperoni. Let's seek some unusual items. Ooh, a barrel of unseasoned hours. Everyone knows whenever you crack open a barrel of hours, you gotta make sure put a little salt on there. You know, you never want to eat unseasoned hours. It just makes the time very unpleasant. All right. Hopefully this time when I visit the work world, we'll make contact with the rebellion and we can start kicking that off into high gear, you know? The bit between.